Right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Red Review. In this video, we'll be talking about Erik ten Hag exit and secret talks with new manager. We're talking about Alphonso Davies incoming, XAVI talks, and much more. So don't get to, as always, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We're still going with this show. The support's been great. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. So, it's coming in from Chris Wheeler of the Daily Mail that United have held talks with potential replacement behind Ten Hag's back. Dutchman fighting for his job again. Discussion with Xavi in Barcelona. Amorim, Frank and Terzic under consideration. Other names expected to be in the frame. Obviously, it's no secret, well, it says secret, but obviously not very secret, that Manchester United are looking for replacements to Ten Hag. Anyway, they've been looking for a long time, even before sort of the international break, even before the season started, they've been looking at him. So this is how the article went. Manchester United have had talks with a number of managers who are replacing Erik ten Hag as the Dutchman once again fights to save his job at Old Trafford. Mail Sport revealed earlier this week that United spoke with Xavi Hernandez 10 days ago after a four-man delegation led by Chief Executive Omar Barada flew to Barcelona, while Sporting Lisbon boss Ruben Amorim and former Borussia Dortmund coach Edin Terzic are also on the form of potential targets. It's understood that Brentford's Thomas Frank is once again in the strongest situation after having been linked with the United job in the summer. The club co-owners interviewed many candidates then before deciding to keep Ten Hag and extend his contract by a year. But the fact that United have resumed their search for a replacement behind the scenes casts fresh doubt over the 54-year-old's future. The club have declined to comment, which is obvious. United are in the bottom half of the Premier League, going into Sunday's game against West Ham and failed to win their first three-game title following draw with Fenerbahce in Istanbul. The Red Devils hierarchy continuing to debate Ten Hag's future amid poor results. While it is uncertain that Ten Hag will be sacked after 2.5 years in charge, having given him another stay of execution in the last international break, he will be vulnerable when the Premier League passes again next month if the results do not improve. The Dutchman has consistently said that he is on the same page as United leadership team after Barada was appointed in the summer along sporting director Dan Ashworth and technical director Jason Wilcox. But INEOS owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe pointedly refused to give Ten Hag his public backing earlier this month, and United co-owners are weighing up giving their options again after growing concern of the lack of progress following another £200 million spent in the summer transfer window. United have since spoken to former Barca boss Xavi twice in recent months. The 44-year-old had been out of working since leaving the Camp Nou in the summer and is known to be reluctant to coach another club in Spain. Amorim as well is one of the most highly rated coaches in Europe, although he has been widely touted as Pep Guardiola's replacement at Man City after they confirmed Hugo Viana, his director of football at Sporting Lisbon, will be succeeded by Tixi Beristain at the Etihad at the end of the season. The Dane was also among another candidate to United spoke this summer, including Thomas Tuchel, Kieran McKenna, Marco Silva, so it's possible that other names will come into the frame. Ten Hag's assistant Ruud van Nistelrooy could come up in a short step notice, and Gareth Southgate and Graham Potter still out of work. So what do I think will happen? Listen, United, obviously, in the article, a lot went on. United obviously adamantly looking at a replacement for Ten Hag. That is obvious. Who that will be, we don't know. But there are definitely candidates out there, whether that be Lopetegui, whether that be Amorim. Like, there's so many managers out there now. The five that have been talked about is Xavi, obviously, as it said there, he's out of a job since leaving Barca, and he is reluctant to kind of spend or manage another team in Spain. Obviously, Omar Barada has the Spanish connections with Xavi, and that could be something that does happen in the future now. Listen, Xavi is a decent manager. I don't know how well he did with Barcelona, but I know he has got a decent pedigree. Obviously, one of the best midfielders to play the game. I will obviously have a good, decent pedigree after playing in Barcelona and the way that they play football. Now, the issue is, will he be able to adapt to the Premier League? Probably. But for me, do I think United will go out and sign him? Honestly, don't know. We're going to see what happens. Ten Hag hasn't really had the best of starts since the international break. I mean, Brentford we won and Fenerbahce we drew, and they weren't two very convincing performances. We've got West Ham obviously tomorrow. It's going to be a big game for Erik ten Hag. He must just try and win every game possible to kind of keep the fans on his side. Ultimately, for me, do I think will Ten Hag be the manager at United come end of the season? No, I hope he will be, but I don't think he will be. And I think the replacements that United have in place at this current time, they've obviously given Ten Hag that extra year contract, but they are going to be looking at replacements, and obviously there'll be a lot of compensation for Ten Hag to leave. He is still under contract. for a couple of years yet, so maybe that's something that's in consideration. Report to be like £15 million payout, so it is a lot of money, especially with INEOS obviously wanting to cut ties, asking Garnacho and Mane to go on City's flight. Like, it ain't a big deal, but they're trying to cut costs wherever they can. They've took £2 million off Sir Alex Ferguson, so it could be a money issue as well, and why they haven't replaced him yet. And I think for me that could be one of the biggest factors. In terms of other replacements, as I said, Amorim, it looks like he's going to Man City. Thomas Frank, I'm not really convinced by him at Brentford. He's a decent manager, but not good enough, and not the United standard for me. Obviously, you got Graham Potter, Gareth Southgate, they're two no's. For me, you shouldn't go anywhere near them. They don't have the pedigree. Obviously, Tuchel, he's gone to the England job now, so he won't be coming to Manchester United. Eden Terzic, I think he's a decent manager. Got Dortmund to a UCL final, but didn't win that. So listen, there are definitely managers out there who can obviously join United and have a big sort of impact for us at the club. I'm just giving you the news. Who will my manager be? Well, we'll have to wait and see as more news comes out. And if we do sack Ten Hag, then I will give my opinion. There's no point commenting now on who I think will become the Manchester United manager. But there certainly are. United aren't certainly confident with the way that it's going under Erik Ten Hag at the moment. Hence why they are looking to get replacement and looking for new managers to potentially come in. Now, the last thing I want to discuss for the rest of the show is Alphonso Davies and the new left-back hunt. So, Manchester United interested in Alphonso Davies is becoming more concrete. Manchester United have been gathering extensive information on Davies for several days. The 23-year-old would be a desired transfer for the vacant left-back position, as recently revealed. In recent months, Manchester United have already made an informal inquiry with the players' camp. At present, there are no new talks about a contract extension with FC Bayern. Davies could leave the club as a free agent next summer. Listen, Davies for me is one of the best upcoming left backs in the world. He's been absolutely fantastic, a player with a lot of potential. Still relatively young, as I said, he's 23 years old. Got some very good traits. Obviously, Ten Hag has briefly said he can't defend. Don't know what that really means in this context, but for me, a very good player. He'll be a free agent. He would come to Manchester United. For me, I'm really sold on Phil Void. I think he has all the capabilities to play in the Premier League. He's quick, he's good on the ball, he's fast. I think he's a decent defender. Got a good cross on him, free kicks as well. Like a very good player, can play higher up the pitch, more of an attacking sort of player. His weakness over defence, but the fact that one of the best players can be picking up for one of the best left backs in his position, picking him up for a free will absolutely be great business by United. Now, obviously, other clubs will be interested. It could be a negotiation tactic by him and his agent to get a new contract at Bayern Munich with improved terms. Real Madrid are also interested. Obviously, and other clubs will be interested. We know how Manchester United want to operate this window, and they are obviously looking at replacements. Obviously, this is not the first story that's come out about Alphonso Davies, so it is kind of credible that United are looking to bring him into the club. He's a very, very good technical player. And for me, we'll solve our left-back issues. You look at Shaw and Malacia, two players we can't rely on. We played Mazraoui there. Martinez has played there. I think we do need to find a sort of left-back. And Alphonso Davies, for me, will be absolutely fantastic. As I said, you'll bring him in with a free. Got extensive experience. He's played in the Champions League in the big games. He's played for Bayern Munich, one of the best teams in the Bundesliga. Got experience. As I said, young, could go and develop, but also a very, very good technical quality player. So, for me, I wouldn't mind bringing him into the club. I think he has got room to go on. I think he will massively improve this United team and the squad that we have struggled. You look at our left back issues. We've got Shaw, Malacia, two players who, as I said, haven't played for United in a long time. And I think with Davies, he's a fantastic player. So yeah, that's on that. One last thing I'm going to discuss is a weird story that came out from El Nacional. I think it's a Spanish source talking about Rashford. He said Rashford is asked to leave Manchester United and has attracted interest from Aston Villa and Marseille. Napoli, a club pushing hardest to sign him. For me, that's a nonsense story. I don't think that makes any sense. I think Rashford is totally committed to Manchester United and has been for a long time. He's a very important part of this team and he's slowly starting to find form. Yes, he's had a few good seasons, and maybe after this season, INEOS will kind of make a decision on him. For me, I think I want to see Rashford stay at Manchester United. I think he is a quality player, one of our kind of best academy products to come through the years. them to come through in the recent years. And yes, he's had difficulties, but I think he's slowly starting to find the groove, and he is a frustrating player at times, but he's one of the best when he is on it. Most of the like fullbacks talk about his praise as one of the most difficult players to come up against, so I would be patient with Marcus Rashford. I think it's about being patient, giving him time. I know he's had a lot of time, he's 26, he's not going to get any younger, but I think he could definitely add assets to Manchester United. He's a fantastic player, and yes, he's on 300 or over 300 grand a week reports, and he is on high contract, and he doesn't deserve to get that money at the moment. But I think when you get a prime Marcus Rashford, the one that we've seen in the first season under Erik ten Hag, he can certainly be a valuable player for us going forward. So, listen, I think Rashford going to Marseille, going to Aston Villa, going to Napoli is nonsense stories. Obviously, PSG will be in the question as well. It always seems after when Rashford has a few poor games, his exit is kind of looming again. And obviously, if he was to leave, you always have to talk about that as a potential option. What would you ask for him? It would have to be north of £80 million because he's a fantastic player, played over 300, 400 times, I think it is, for Manchester United, scored numerous of goals, won trophies, will be in his prime years, he's entering his prime years, 26, 27, like he's absolutely fantastic, and I think we should take him for granted. I think if we do sell him, I think he will be a good player elsewhere, so this is why I want to take that risk of keeping him. As I said, frustrating player at times, but can definitely have an impact on the football club. And I think for me, he's a very, very positive player. I think he's massively improved his mentality. You can see he's actually trying now. He's gotten goals and assists recently. Yes, he's had a poor start to the season, but as I said, I think so has the whole United team. Not many players have had a decent start to the season in this squad, so I'm hoping with time, as we improve, Rashford can improve as well. But you do really think now he's been in the team, I think this is what his 10th season, something a crazy stat like that. You have really got to give him, like, time will be running out if he does have another poor season. Many fans are becoming impatient with his performances as well and are asking him to leave the football club, so let's see what happens with that. But yeah, that's it on Rashford. Quickly, obviously United play West Ham tomorrow. I just thought I'd touch on that. It's a big game for us, an opportunity to get some points under our belt. We need the 3 points. We've had a poor start to the season. West Ham haven't had the greatest start as well. They're 8th. They have a poor away form. They lost 4-1 in their last game without Mohamed Kudus. United really should be going into this game full of confidence, looking to get the win, going out there. Putting out a statement. I think it will be a big game. And we must look to get the win. I think it will be a tough game, a game of total chaos. Talk about that, but yeah, I just thought I'd quickly touch on that. Now, this has been the Red Review episode 8, and please do not forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Some interesting stories talked about. I think the manager situation is very interesting. It's no secret that United are definitely looking at replacements for Erik ten Hag with Amorim, Thomas Tuchel. Well, obviously he's gone to England, but Potter, Southgate, Amorim, Thomas Frank, XAVI, all these people being linked and talked with about Manchester United, so we've got to be careful about that. Ten Hag as well, Omar Barada, INEOS, they will have to make that decision come end of the season, even before that, maybe before the next international break, and see what the run of results happen with Manchester United going forward. Certainly is a must-win game. And obviously, lastly, I talked about the Rashford situation. Obviously, Alphonso Davies coming to the club. I think that will be a big sort of signing for Manchester United. Statement signing a 23-year-old left back, one of the best in his position, will be absolutely fantastic for Manchester United and will be a big part of our season going forward. But listen, let me know your thoughts in the comments. As I said, another episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. We keep you up to date with all the Manchester United news. The Red Review will be obviously coming to you every single Saturday, or sometimes it does change depending on if we have a game or not. But yeah, this has been the latest episode. Let me know your thoughts, man. Just on Manchester United as a whole, what do you think about the game tomorrow? United today, and yeah, much more in the comment section below. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, notification bells on. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.